One of the most overlooked clinical signs of an aging bunny is arthritis. It's something that happens to them when they're middle-aged or seniors. It can manifest itself in different ways and is sometimes difficult for owners to recognize. This video will show you what a normal bunny hopping looks like, a variety of different signs of arthritic bunnies, so if you notice these in your rabbit, appropriate actions can be taken sooner, because waiting too long is detrimental to the rabbit. Here's Beverly. She's an 8 to 9 month old vibrant New Zealand white, and you can see that she has a decided spring in her step when she's hopping. Her tail is held high, her butt is high, and she gets great lift out of her feet and her rear end. This is Maurice. He's older, and you can tell that he's really having a hard time trying to lift his back legs up, and on certain occasions he will walk rather than try and hop, because it just hurts too much to get those legs up. And you can see now when he turned that he doesn't lift his legs at all. He just he just sort of drags his legs around on that turn. Here is Buddy. He's a much younger rabbit, and you can see how he gets the same lift on his back legs. He hops, that tail is up, and his back is up when he hops. And what you want to see is the full back of their foot, their back leg. You want to see the whole length of it when they stretch out and hop. And watch when he turns, he'll just turn his whole body, and he could do that. He's not dragging any of his feet when he does that. There, he just took a nice turn, and all legs are moving well. Now Howie's a little bit older, and if you notice, he gets his legs up, but he can't get that butt up quite as well. His tail isn't going up. And when he turns around, he can do it, but there's a little bit of an effort. And Ronan is another older bunny. When he's hopping, he's keeping his two back legs very close together. And that means that there's some arthritis in his back, and he chose to walk at a certain spot. That's another sign of arthritis. Sometimes owners notice that a leg is turning inward. They're not able to stand on their back feet, they've stumbled, or they can't get into a litter pan. Another way to look for arthritis is when he's hopping away from you. Or when they urinate in the litter box, rabbits usually hike their butt up high. If you start noticing he's not doing it anymore, that could be another sign. You may notice urine on the inside of his legs and on the base of his tail, because he's not hiking up his butt. He's not positioning himself to urinate in such a way that the urine stream clears his body. Instead, it's trickling down his leg because his back hurts. A client brought their rabbit in because she was being treated by another vet for a skin infection on her leg, and it wasn't resolving. Well, it turns out that she didn't have a skin infection. What she had was urine scald because she was arthritic. Once we got an appropriate pain management on board and implemented a proper litter box setup, the urine scald resolved. Another more subtle symptom is when they can't use their back feet to clean their ears. Young, healthy bunnies clean their ears every day with their back toenails. When I see a rabbit coming in where I have one clean ear and one ear full of wax, I know that the ear that's full of wax is the left or right leg that rabbit is having difficulty with. Your rabbit also may find it difficult to wash his face by balancing on his hind legs. These are subtle signs. All rabbits, whether they have arthritis or not, should be on rugs or carpet. They need it for traction so that their legs don't splay out on a slippery hardwood or tile floor. And they need it to protect the delicate fur and skin on the bottom of their feet. One of the things that's happened with our new living environment is it's open concept, all wood floors. Great for us, not great for bunnies. It's especially difficult for arthritic bunnies because they need all the strength they can to keep their limbs under them. And when they splay out on these wood floors, it just makes the situation worse. This is true of all rabbits, but especially of arthritic rabbits. Yep, some rabbits can hop on slippery floors, but it's not good for them. I tell clients it's like being in stiletto heels and walking on a marble floor. Most of us cannot do that. Making matters worse, arthritic rabbits don't want to be on flooring anymore, so they don't want to interact or come out of their pen, and they just stay in their enclosure to avoid discomfort. which can lead to obesity and depression. For these particular rabbits, losing weight may help relieve arthritis symptoms and pain. After 8 or 9 years old, we recommend 2 visits a year, and the first thing we do is weigh them. Weight helps tell us how these animals are doing, and it's extremely important for you to keep them at their ideal weight. On the other hand, many older bunnies can start losing weight. So it's important for owners to notice if they're getting bony. And that means you've got to pet them, you have to pick them up, and notice if they feel light. You'd be surprised how many owners just pet the top of their head or their bunny's ears and don't follow through with the rest of the body. If they get too thin, then the arthritis is exacerbated because there's less muscle mass to keep those legs and body going. And if they fall over, they cannot right themselves. So it's a frustrating experience for them. We have ways of helping to keep weight on these older bunnies, and one of them is by letting them eat as many pellets as they want, alfalfa, and all of the things we've deprived them for the last 8 or 9 years of their life. When a rabbit has early stage mild arthritis, we use supplements first, such as glucosamine. As it gets more painful, we can add medications such as Medicam, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory. There are other supplements, drugs, and even alternative modalities that we can use. I'm a firm believer in providing pain management for rabbits whenever possible and when it's safe. Their quality of life is enhanced when they are pain-free.